Coach P. Koffe Brown and the DFG Publishing House family presents She Chose Him and Screwed Me, 9 Reasons for Her Decision, a brand new anthology project by 9 incredible women. They share with you their reasons as to why they would date one and choose to be married to another. Order your copy today from your favorite author or simply go to www.dfgpublishingtoday.com.
Okay. There we go.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome on in. I think I was a little bit delayed on my side. Y'all, please forgive me. I was talking to y'all and literally was talking to myself, okay? But listen, good evening, everybody. Welcome on in. We are excited to be here with y'all tonight for the release party. What's up, everybody? Come on in. It's the official release party of our brand new book, She Chose Him and Screwed Me, 9 Reasons for Her Decision. And we are in the building with the amazing bosses that actually wrote the book. Y'all give it up for the ladies that wrote She Chose Him and Screwed Me. What's good, everybody? Y'all go ahead, give it up. Show your love for these awesome beasts that wrote this book. Ladies, go ahead, share the lives on your platform. Everybody, as you coming in, go ahead and share the lives. We are live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Go ahead and share the live, everybody. Make sure you're sharing it with your friends, neighbors, and your relatives. Shaquita, go ahead and mute out on stage for us at Clubhouse, please, darling. Thank you, my love. Go ahead and mute out for us on Clubhouse, Shaquita. Thank you, darling. All right, y'all. So welcome on in, everybody. We are live. Ladies, go ahead, spread that wealth on your personal platform so everybody can know that you are live, your community. This is the actual virtual launch party for our brand new book, She Chose Him and Screwed Me, 9 Reasons for Her Decision. And we have the book in hand, honey. Brand new, and it drops tomorrow on all 7 continents. What's up, everybody? What's up, Michael Claiborne? Welcome. So this is an exciting time. Super excited to have everybody in the building tonight. Hey, Michael. He's so funny. I can just hear him saying that right now. So we are excited to be here tonight. Thank you so much, Jonathan. What's up, LinkedIn? LinkedIn is in the building. So we are live on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and in these Clubhouse streets. Y'all go ahead and ping some people in the room on Clubhouse, on Facebook. Y'all go ahead and share. On LinkedIn, go ahead and link somebody in. Let them know that you're in the building with us tonight. Welcome in, and congratulations again to the bosses on this publication. I am so honored and excited to be here with you guys. I'm so proud of everybody. You guys are absolutely amazing. Y'all have done a great job on this publication. And I can't begin to tell y'all how excited I am to be a part of such a historic publication. Let's give it up again for the bosses. Y'all give these ladies a snap clap in the building. Yes. So I am fired up. As you can see, I'm excited. This is the clap back to our series, Why He Married Her and Played Me. This is book number 3. It will officially drop in the universe on tomorrow. So we wanted to come in and holler at y'all and let you guys get an opportunity to see these gorgeous women that actually penned this publication. And we're going to chop it up just a little bit to pique your curiosity, but we're not going to give you nothing up front, huh? That's how we do it. We're going to pique you and send you back to your house, huh? Ain't that how it go? Out here in these streets, we're supposed to be piquing curiosity. Y'all know I am so excited. This has been a great journey. There are some authors on here that are brand new that we were able to coach from start to finish. I will tell you guys, I published 2 books with the guys, and I'll be honest with y'all. The women were much better as far as communicating and being cooperative. So the ladies did win. So, fellas, when we do another men's publication, I just want to say I need you all to cooperate, okay, gentlemen? So I'm fired up about this book. It is so amazing. We've gotten some stupid, crazy reviews about it already. Even our editor was like, wait a minute, mama. She was really like impressed. And normally she doesn't say anything about books. I'm telling y'all, I have several books that she's edited. And normally what she says is, okay, Koffe, I'm done with the editing and I'll send it right back over. But this time she wrote a whole paragraph about the publication, and she was so fired up about it. So it's a huge blessing to see how many amazing people are being blessed by this book already. And it is an honor and a privilege to be here with some amazing women. These women are so incredible. I am just honored to have worked with them. I love coaching. It is a blessing to me, but I also love when people actually want to take the journey with us. It's always cool to be able to coach, but it's also cool to be the coach where the people on the team want to be on the team. You hear me? You heard me? Because you can coach folks all day long, but if they don't want to be on the team, it's going to be some problems up in these streets, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and tap into these beauties. First of all, I want everybody to introduce themselves. I'm going to start with Ms. Monica. Monica actually came to us. She is my customer, y'all. And so I had a premonition about her. And I went to her. I told Gracia we had a couple of challenges that manifested early in our project. And we're used to it. We understand when you have businesses, you're going to have obstacles. You may have something to manifest that may be a little out of sorts, but we know how to handle it. So I told Gracia, I'm going to sleep. And in the morning, God will tell me who's supposed to be on the book. And so, ironically, the next morning, I heard in my spirit, Monica. I said, you mean like my customer, Monica? And so I said, okay. So I called Gracia and my other team members, and I said, I heard in my spirit that it's supposed to be Monica. And Gracia said, well, if it's supposed to be Monica, she's going to say yes. I said, okay, cool. So I looked her number up because, of course, like I said, she's my customer. So I looked her number up and I called her and I said, hey, Monica, I have an opportunity for you and I want to see if you're interested. And so before I could get it all out, she was like, how do I get started? What do I need to do? Where do I need to send my investment to participate? And when do I need to turn in my content? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I was like, oh my God. When I tell you, I called Gracia back. I said, Gracia, bananas, you hear me? And then when I tell y'all the rest of these stories, y'all gonna flip. But that was just like, I was like, this is really deep. Because I mean, like, she was like really ready to go. Like, I'm not even joking, y'all. I told her what the chapter was. She's like, oh, I can write that. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I was like, is she serious right now? Because me, you know, being who I am, and to Mitchell, out of everybody here, to Mitchell and Chanel have known me the longest. So I'm normally like, okay, Linda, you're a little too happy. So let's see how this translates throughout the course of this process. We're going to see if she remains in that happiness ministries that she's in currently. Hallelujah. So to Mitchell knows how I am. I don't get excited. I just go, okay, all right, cool. So nonetheless, she literally all the way through from start to finish, she was just rolling the whole time. And I was like, Monica is so serious. And so when we packaged the book, we put the book together. Her chapter just so happens to be the chapter of New Beginnings. Her chapter is chapter number 8. And her chapter title is, y'all hold on to your seatbelt, children of God. Hold on to your seatbelt. Mighty God. You're only a baller outside the bedroom. All right, Monica. Well, now, okay. So let me let y'all in on a little secret. I am the one that creates the content for these publications. I've been gifted to do so. So I am a content creator and I create content for books. And I also create titles for books. So people will call me and say, I got an idea for the book. They give me the idea. I give them the title. It never fails. So I had a conversation with Shaquita. She's getting ready to spearhead an anthology project. She told me what it was. I said, oh, I got the title. When you're ready, sign a contract and the DNA. I'll give you the title. And she laughed on the phone like, okay, cool. So I've been graced and gifted to be able to do that. I know a lot of people in the content creation space, and everybody's creation of content is different. Everybody's creation of content is different. So this is what I've been graced in, to be able to create content for publications. And that's, when I tell y'all that's a gift, it's a real gift. I never knew it until about a year ago when somebody said to me, they were like, do you understand that you like are gifted to do this? And I was like, no, this is second nature. They was like, no, that's the gift, honey. That everybody can't just wake up in the morning and tell my son, here's the book title, here's your chapters, here's your this and that. That's not how that worked, daughter. I said, oh, okay. So, when it's second nature to you and it's something that you actually do, it's who you are. It's not what you do, it's who you are. So it just comes second nature to you. And that's just how I'm lit. To Mitchell and I will be on the phone. I'll be like, girl, that's a show topic. Woo, that's a book title. She'd be like, how did you get that from that? All I said was the sky was dark today. And I was like, but that's a whole book title. And she just be on the phone like, I didn't receive that, but okay. Praise God. Hallelujah. So, we all have been gifted and talented with all kind of amazing qualities that God has given each and every one of us. And I'm just honored to have that one. My children are creative as far as illustrations are concerned. So when I go to find certain things to create the covers and all that kind of stuff, my children are the ones that come in and do my illustrating. So it's a gift that just runs through the family. And I'm so grateful for that. It's a huge, huge blessing to have all the gifts right in the house. It's a huge, huge blessing. So I'm super honored and grateful that God has gifted me and my children. It's funny because my daughter, when I did my my own book, my daughter was like, all you got to do is this, that. So when I showed it to her initially, she's like, I don't like that. You're not going to sell no books with that. That's not, oh. So I went back, I listened to what she said. I had my designer to redo it. And she was like, I'll buy that book. And when she said that as a millennial, I was like, all right, we good. So y'all, I want to start off with Miss Monica. Monica, first of all, thank you so much for saying yes to being a part of this project. And your chapter girlfriend, he's only a baller outside the bedroom. Monica? I'm gonna go on mute on Clubhouse so you can unmute on Clubhouse. Oh, I'm gonna yield the mic over to you. I want you to introduce yourself, and I want you to share just a little taste of this little chapter ministry that you've done without giving out too much. Just pique the people's curiosity, daughter. So I'm gonna go on mute on Clubhouse and also here on the live stream for you to be able to share who you are and a little bit about your chapter and how this project has added to you.
So hi, I'm Monica Macias, and I am born and raised out of Houston. I currently reside in Dallas, Texas. I am a published author, a podcaster, a mental health advocate, and I am a manager for a county office. So when I was given this task of this chapter, and Koffe kind of told me what it was all about, and I had to decide at the moment. She actually wanted to give me time to think about it. But when her call came in, I knew she was calling me, and it was all God. Because Koffe wouldn't have been calling me unless God had told her something. And so when she gave me the opportunity and told me about the chapter, I didn't hesitate, because I knew that the reason that God called her to call me was because he already knew I had experienced something in this field. And so I knew that it was going to be a chapter that was going to be seamless and flawless. And I was going to be able to help others in learning about this subject.
Appreciate you. We had an amazing time with her being on the publication. Her chapter is so hot. It is really good. I love it. It starts off really interesting. So she talks about a song by Little Troy. And it's really interesting because when I saw it, I was like, oh, who is Little Troy? So I had heard it, but I don't ever know anybody's names on these new songs with this new ministry out here. And my children, I'm like, who is little? Everybody is little somebody. What is going on with all the littles up in these streets? And my children always find it amusing when I say that. But I'm like, who is little this and little that and little this and little that? What is this? And so, interestingly enough, when I listened to the song, I was like, oh, interesting. Oh, very, very interesting. All right, then, little man. All right. All right. So, anyway, I appreciate you, Monica. We are super excited that you are on this project and your chapter is fire. So next up is the VP of Communications herself, Miss VP of Communications herself, always doing something amazing. And when I called her and I told her what we do for content creation, I'll send Gracia an email and I'll say, well, this is the chapters that I got. And she say, "Oh, I'll take that one." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, ma'am. I normally assign these to the saints." She's like, "Nope, I'll take it. I got it. I got some stories on that one, daughter. Yeah, you just give me that chapter." So Gracious chapter is, he needs his mother, not me. My God in the building. My God in the building. He needs his mother, not me. Oh, child. I'm not even gonna tell y'all. This chapter that Gracia has penned, honey, it's a whole vibe. That's all I can tell y'all on tonight. It's an entire vibe. And yeah, it's a whole vibe. It's a whole entire vibe. That's all I can tell y'all. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna yield the mic over to our awesome VP of Communications, international best-selling author. God knows how many times. I don't know how many times she's published something. She's a journalist. She's a writer. She's an editor. She's a blogger. She's just in the writing ministries, period. Gracia, tell these people who you are and talk to them. Give them a little light ministries about your chapter. I'm going to mute out on Clubhouse and also here on the live stream.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Gracia Rich. Thank you all for joining us for our virtual launch party. I am a 7-time now best-selling author and editor. I'm a magazine journalist. I'm a blogger. I'm a history host here in the room on Clubhouse. I'm also a paralegal and a couple of other things. When Koffe called me up about the book, I was super excited because I've been an editor on her other 2 books in this series. And when she was talking to me about chapters, the one that she gave me, I was like, yeah, I can do that. As she said, the name of my chapter is He Needs His Mother, Not Me. This is a chapter in which I have a great deal of experience in being a person who was married for 20 years and is now divorced. You will find a lot of great tips in my chapter that will help you if your significant other leans a bit more towards a maternal type of love versus a relational type of love. That's the best way that I can say it without giving anything away. My chapter will be very helpful to men and women who can now spot these aspects and find ways to solve them. I am personally so excited about this book and so happy to be on the journey with all of the women that you see here on the screen. Everyone's chapter is so wonderful, and this book is going to be groundbreaking for so many people.
Up, we coming in hot tonight. So welcome in everybody in these Clubhouse streets. Go ahead, ping some people in the room. This is our official release party for the new book. She Chose Him and Screwed Me. 9 Reasons for Her Decision. One of my mentors has just tapped in, and I love him so much. He has been a mentor of mine since I was a young whippersnapper. Pastor Merton Clark, Bishop Merton Clark is in the building. So I honor you, Pops. That's one of my spiritual pops. So I honor you this evening, sir. Thank you so much for popping in. I know you're super, super busy, changing and transforming lives. So I just want you to know how much I honor and appreciate you. So thank you so much for popping in. Love you, Pops. Appreciate you so, so much. Next up on the docket. Let me tell y'all about this woman's chapter. Let me just say this about this lady. Listen, okay. So she and I, the way that we met was that we were at church, and I met her at church. I had just gotten over to the Bethel experience in Jacksonville, and I had just transitioned to, that was my new duty station. I originally was over at the Potter's House and had been there for many years. And so I had shifted over to the music department over at Bethel in downtown Jacksonville, Florida. And I came across this really dope lady. I can't even recall the first conversation, but she was really very, very intellectual. Like, she was one of those people that you'd be like, is she just like naturally smart or something? So she was just very, very intellectual. At the time, she had Tiny Humans and all this kind of stuff. And we were kind of in the same space of our life as far as raising children and doing all kind of stuff. We were like, oh, we were on it at that time. Every time I would see her, she was doing some kind of play or writing something or doing something, building her life out with her and her family. And I was singing somewhere. I had a microphone in my hand. Every time she see me, you singing again? Yes, daughter, they called me. They said I need to come and sing for Jesus. I'm here to sing for Jesus. So for those of you that don't know me, I've been singing since I was 3. I've sang internationally. I've recorded all kind of good stuff. I've sang with some of the most amazing artists of all time. And so just incredible journey musically, done background vocals for a long time and all that good stuff. And so to Mitchell met me in that vein where I was singing and doing what I do. And nonetheless, we ended up being assigned to this absolutely incredible opportunity to be able to serve at Bethel for Bishop McKissick Sr. There was this amazing event that was happening in Jacksonville, and they were trying to find people who actually could participate as acting out his life, his whole life's journey. And so myself, to Mitchell, and several other of us were selected. It was arduous. It was really arduous. It was City of Fish. It was a big deal for the entire city. Bethel is the oldest institution in Jacksonville, the oldest structure, the oldest edifice of a church in Jacksonville. So it was a big, big deal. And to be able to actually qualify to be one of the participants, it was paramount. And so, we went through this strenuous process and all this good stuff. And it was intense. And a lot of times we would have to lean in on each other to help each other support with our children and stuff like that, because this was a huge opportunity. And I remember telling her, man, I'm drained. She was like, we're not going to let this moment pass us. We're going to be all right. Go lay down on a pew, go to sleep, take a nap, do what you got to do, because we're going to do this. This is an opportunity we cannot pass up to honor Bishop Sr. And at the time, she just kind of put things in perspective for me. I had done theater before, but this kind of theater was different because it wasn't the same as other theater that I had done in times. It was very different. But nonetheless, it was an incredible opportunity. And I mean, it was amazing, to say the least. But nonetheless, our friendship was forged way back then, and we never lost touch. We never stopped being friends, and our lives just kept going towards the same journey. And so in our last publication, I told her, I said, well, I want your husband to write in the men's book. And so Chris was kind of vacillating. He wasn't sure about writing and stuff like that. I said, well, you got to Mitchell, you'll be fine. And so she's like, oh, I'm not going to do the writing for him, but I'm going to make sure it's done right. But I'm not going to write for him. I said, no, that's not the expectation. I just know that your husband has a story that would be a benefit to people, because what we wanted to do was we wanted to have men who were currently married, men who had been divorced, men who had never been married, men who had had multiple spouses. We wanted to make sure we covered all bases in the publication before we released the Why He Married Her and Played Me series. And so her husband said yes to the project and wrote a dope chapter. So I said to Mitchell, when I do the women's clapback book, can I count on you to be a part? She was like, oh yeah, absolutely. And so through the obstacles and everything, we just talked it through. We talked it through. I was like, to Mitchell, you got this. Both of us had so many things going on during the course of this project. And I said, no, we got it. No, we got it. No, we got it. And we just fought through it and got to the end. And now we're on the other side. So congratulations to our first husband and wife published author team, the Pratchett's. Y'all show your love.
Thank you.
For our first official husband and wife team that is published with DFG Publishing House. And I am so fired up about that. That's a huge blessing. Monica is actually our first Latino sister that is published with our publishing house. And Brianna and Gracia are our first mother-daughter team published with the publishing house. So we have made some huge strides, and this has been an incredible blessing to everybody. Welcome Angelica Williams to the stage on Clubhouse. She had an emergency and couldn't be on the live stream with us, but welcome Angelica Williams. She is also an international best-selling author. This is her. I don't know how many projects Angelica's done, child. I don't even know. She done a ministry, child. She's done several ministries, so I don't even know. But nonetheless, she's on the project as well, handling some other things that couldn't be on the live stream. But she is in these Clubhouse streets with us, so we're going to hear from her in a little bit. But to Mitchell, your chapter, honey. Ooh, listen here, Linda. I told Gracia when I did the chapter assignment ministries, I said, honey, none other than, I felt like I was getting ready to introduce the bishop, none other than Sister to Mitchell Pratchett. You thought having her heart, quote unquote, made her the help. My God in the church this afternoon. To Mitchell, unmute yourself. Let everybody know exactly who you are. Let them know about your chapter and how this book has added value to you.
Thank you so much for that very, over the top introduction, as you always do with everybody. Anyway, so a little bit about my chapter. It was because women are natural helpers. Like we love to help. And so sometimes we don't know how to balance that. And there are men who will kind of get used to that type of behavior and feel like that they don't have any type of role as far as balancing out the everyday life, the domestic stuff, the financial piece of everything, because we're just kind of like natural leaders. So this is kind of just about how to balance that out and how you can possibly wear the woman that you're with out because you're not taking initiative to step up and fill in some of the voids because she can't do it all. So she started out like actually loving you and wanting to be there for you. And then it turned into resentment because you didn't step up at all in some of these areas. And now she gone. So it's kind of, it's kind of also kind of a segue into Gracia's chapter about the whole mom thing. They all go together. And I think that if we get out of hand with the help, it can really come back and bite us in the butt as women and men. So that's kind of what it's about.
That is what's up. She's being very modest with her chapter, y'all. But it's ooh, when I tell you, I was like, well, my God. And
I just wanted to get the people engaged. I wanted to
listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something about to Mitchell's chapter. When you get to her chapter, I want you to govern yourself accordingly. But I'm gonna say this: all these questions, the Q&A session that she got in there. I didn't answer the questions. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't answer. Even though some of the questions was applicable to me, I ain't answering the doggone questions. What qualities does she need to possess to complement yours? Jot down what you witnessed as a child on your view of women and their domestic role. All this stuff in all this. I'm like, why, God? Why? Why? What you mean? Why I gotta jot it down? Why I gotta write it down?
You gotta get to the bottom of this stuff, man. That's the only way we're about to get over it. That's why all of us wrote this stuff, so we can help the people. We gotta help the people. So they got to get to the bottom of it. I mean, I think a lot of us are over kind of reading these things that are not packing a punch. And I believe every author in here almost could probably write these chapters even more, because it's like writing in a journal. So it's like I'm writing about this is fluid. This is easy for me because I've experienced this stuff. And it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to give it to them exactly how I feel in my heart. And you got to get to the bottom of it, because if you're trying to keep a good woman around, these are the things that you need to look out for. And I think that was the goal, and that was the intent behind everybody in this book. I know, at least for me. So yeah.
And that, like I always say when we start writing, I always want to be cognizant of people feeling like we're trying to offend them in some way, shape, or form by what it is we address. So I always tell people when they write here with DFG Publishing House, now I don't know where else y'all write with, we always tell people to consider your mom, consider your dad, consider your sister, consider your brother, consider your children. How would you share with them if they came to you and said, hey man, I was in love with old girl and she just left me. She like literally left me for this other dude. Well, sir, if you was just running around here thinking that your penis was the reason why she was with you, sir, just certain facets of your behavior, sir, I'm gonna need you to understand that women have requirements, but some of the requirements that you think are superficial are very real for us. And so
very real.
we need to
and
understand.
a lot of times they don't cost. They don't have a price on it. And absolutely. I think that's what men tend to forget is like,
absolutely.
I love gifts, but I don't need that. I need you to be able to meet me in the middle and kind of balance this stuff out. And I don't want to always have to ask you because I need a teammate.
Absolutely. And that's like when I did a video, I'm going to do it again. And it was about how good is he in bed? And I remember when I first released it, I sent it to one of my homeboys and he was like, ain't this kind of graphic? I said, no, watch the video. And he called me back and he said, man, I never thought about this stuff. I said, yeah, because when I how good is he in bed was talking about if I'm sick, how are you going to respond to me being sick? If I've just given birth to your seed, how are you going to respond to the fact that I'm not interested in having sex with you right now, sir? Not to say I don't want to have sex with you, but right now, my body tempo is feeling, I can't even understand what's going on with me. I'm totally depressed and I can't even relate to what my body is doing. My body is betraying me right now. And I just gave birth to your seed and you trying to get me to have sex. Now, I don't have no problem with giving up. I ain't got no problem with it. Today, sir, I need you to be good in bed by adding to me and just tending to my female psyche. The rest of it, we can roll with that on a later time. So those things are those things are priceless. We can't put a price tag on being intimately connected to our purpose person. And a lot of times a woman will screw you and go to another guy and you're going to look and say, well, he's not as dope as me. He don't have as much money as I do. He don't do this and that. Sir, you're absolutely correct. But the one thing he provides for her is the internal support that you never even thought she needed. And it's not to say that you're wrong or right. There's just more to it that meets the eye. And a lot of times people think that, oh, it's just this or it's just that. No, it's more to it that meets the eye. And this goes both genders. That's why we did the books the way we did them. Why he married her and played me, same thing. One of the main chapters that got a lot of stuff was talking about the placeholder. And another chapter was she learned me to earn me. Those were two chapters that we got a lot of feedback, all of it, sexual compatibility, social compatibility. I remember when somebody messaged me about the social compatibility, it was like, I never even thought about being socially compatible. That wasn't even something in my head to think about social compatibility. And the guy that wrote it is actually a celebrity. He's actually a celebrity chef, and he's also an international bodybuilder. And so his chapter was applicable to his actual life with him and his wife and his children. And so it was just amazing to have guys go into there. We had pastors, we had leaders, we had husbands, we had boyfriends, we had divorcees. And literally now, fast forward, 3 of the 20 some odd guys that wrote with us are all in loving, strong, intimate relationships. Congratulations to CJ. He just got married. CJ Randolph, congratulations to him. Congratulations to Darren Baker, who was recently engaged. He's about to be married. And congratulations to Cisco Turpin. Cisco is actually one of my former coaching clients, and he's actually found the love of his life. You talk about an amazing, amazing, beautiful blessing from these guys. Actually, I was like, am I matchmaking up in here with these publications? What's going on? And it was so ironic because Darren's chapter was, he's just not ready. And literally within a year of him writing that, this man's about to be married. Crazy how amazing that is. And it's just, I mean, it's just awesome to actually look at the publications and how they're transforming lives. So our content is created for us to come together and build a life with our purpose person and get away from all these other people and get to that person. Take the journey to get to your purpose person, but you got to know what you're looking for, why you're looking for it, how you're going to look for it, and why you're looking for it in the first place. All right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back to our dope sister, Marquita McDaniels, and we're going to talk about her chapter. So we're going to have a quick commercial break, and we'll be right
Coach
back.
P. Koffe Brown and the DFG Publishing House family presents She Chose Him and Screwed Me, 9 Reasons for Her Decision, a brand new anthology project by 9 incredible women. They share with you their reasons as to why they would date one and choose to be married to another. Order your copy today from your favorite author, or simply go to www.dfgpublishingtoday.com.
All right, so we are back from that commercial break, and we're gonna have our awesome boss lady Marquita McDaniels up is next for the home plate. I don't know why our commercial wasn't working right this time, y'all. It was working right when we did it on Saturday, so right now it's acting brand.
It worked on my end.
I know, but it didn't work on my end, so nobody could hear it in the clubhouse streets. I don't know why it did that, because over the weekend when we did it, it worked just fine in clubhouse, so you could hear the commercial and everything. But I don't know why it's acting up. But anywho, we're gonna go over to our next amazing beauty and talk about her chapter. It was also dope as well. I'm telling you, honey, I said I want to see what this daughter of Zion is gonna write about this ministry up in here. Marquita, girl, you did that, honey. I'm just gonna tell y'all, Marquita did that, honey. I was pleasantly. I said, "Yeah, that's my girl right there." I'm proud. I'm so proud. So her chapter is called, honey, without a vision, your penis will perish. Mighty God in the church this afternoon. Listen,
child, you need to repeat that. Repeat it one more time.
Honey, without a vision, your penis will perish. Come on in here this evening. Listen here, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. When I was getting this content, I was like, that's a little, I was like, are we coming in hot with that? Without a vision, your penis. I was like, I was like, I don't know who's gonna write that chapter, but my God, today. Listen here, honey. I was like, when I sent the content over to Gracia was like, well, we're gonna need a special woman to write that one. I was like, I wonder whose daughter gonna write that one, honey. But Marquita did an amazing job. Marquita and I actually crossed paths through my mutual friend, Terrence Pickett. Terrence is a radio and television personality, and we've been friends for about maybe 25 years or something like that. But anyway, I met Marquita she was doing a launch with him for a massive giveaway in Jacksonville, and she was there instrumental in supporting and adding value to his platform. And she was always on there helping and supporting. So one day I just inboxed her and I was like, hey, I have a talk show and I want to know if you're interested in being on my talk show. So this was the first season of the Hot Scene. And she was like, absolutely. So she came, hung out with us and came out several times. and was on the show several times, and we just forged a friendship from there. And then one day I posted a throwback Thursday picture of myself, my husband, and our 3 children. God rest his soul. Mr. Will Brown III. I salute him because he was in the United States Army. He served in the Gulf War, and he's laid to rest at Fort Sam Houston here in Texas in San Antonio. So anywho, so she inboxed me and she said, I used to work for your husband or work with your husband. I was like, what? She said, yeah, I was at his memorial service that you had. I was there. And I was like, huh? I said, I can't remember. I said, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember any of that. It was a big blur. It was just one big blur. I said, I was overwhelmed. My baby was 8. My daughter was 11. My son was 12. And he was just days away from turning 13. It was horrific, y'all. I can't even lie to y'all. It's been 10 years. Thank God for his divine healing, for sure. And it honestly, y'all, it took me 6 years to bake a cake. I would go to the store, I would buy all the ingredients, and then I would try to bake it, and I would just cry for 3 days. It was overwhelming. I mean, his death was really, it affected a lot of people. He was one of those people that people actually, he honestly taught me how to really be an effective leader. I don't remember ever meeting a leader. I haven't met a leader like him since. He was a great leader, like for real. Everybody that worked with him, I never heard anybody say anything adverse about him. He was very considerate of the people that worked with him and for him. He was cognizant of what people's needs were and things like that. And people always had great things to say about him as far as his professional career was concerned. And he was a dope dad. I never seen a daddy like him. I was like, the man was irreplaceable when it came to fatherhood and business. For sure. He was like freaking irreplaceable, seriously. So nonetheless, Marquita was like, yeah, I used to work with your husband. And I was like, what? Really? So nonetheless, as she began to tell me that, I was like, I remember. So after a while, I had told her, I said, I remember you now. I remember vaguely that part, but I remembered her from other stuff that happened in Jacksonville because I actually resided there for 20 years. So nonetheless, when she said, I had called her, I had another author to fall off, and I said, I'm going to hit up Marquita. I told Gracia, I said, I'm going to hit Marquita up. I bet you she's going to want to do it. Because she had already said yes, but I ended up not having enough slots to have her on the project. So when my sister was going to be on the project, we had a couple of deaths in the family, and she just couldn't do it. So anyway, I called Marquita. She was ready to rock and roll. And I tell you what, Marquita, this is crazy. This is good. This chapter's dope, man. It's dope. So I want to relinquish the mic over to Marquita McDaniel. What an amazing thought leader and a super dope chapter that you did. So Marquita, unmute yourself and holler at these amazing people out here in these streets tonight. We are live on LinkedIn. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, and we're also live on Clubhouse. We just got cleared to be live on LinkedIn, so I was excited about that. Like hours ago, we got cleared to be live on LinkedIn, so this is so exciting. So Marquita, holla at us. Talk to us. How has this publication added value to you? What were your thoughts when you got this chapter? And tell everybody a little bit about yourself with that gorgeous hair, y'all. Go ahead, Bob.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Again, I am Marquita McDaniel. I am excited about the opportunity to write. I've written songs for my brother. I've written songs for myself. I journal a lot. I do have a blog going on. So this writing project was like really something that was just a good opportunity. The title, without a vision, your opinions will perish. Now, first, I was a little hesitant. I was like, so I'm supposed to talk about the people's man-mans. But it really opened up more with talking about the vision aspect of it all. And the reason why this chapter hit home for me is because it allowed me to even dive deeper into me and what I expect or the vision for myself. So it's a lot of just becoming more self-aware of who you are and why it's important to know who you are, because if you know who you are, then you end up choosing well with, you know, who you want to add to you. So that's pretty much what the chapter is about. Don't want to give too much of it.
I need more. I need more.
You know?
Give me something. Give me something else.
You know, it's just things won't change because of the main vein. You know what I'm saying? You can be tossing it up and hitting right corners and pinning people against the walls and hanging from chandeliers, but that doesn't make the relationship. That's not what makes it whole. You definitely need way more than that. Like, for a moment, depending on the position of the woman, she may allow that to go by for some time. But after a while, the more she, you know, spend time with you or invest time with you, then she's gonna start to, that's cute. But it's over here. Let's have more conversation. Like, where is this going? What do you want to do? Like, you have to kind of, that's going to be important, because after a while, if you don't have conversation, you don't have a plan for yourself, then she's going to forget about all of the chandelier dangling and all the other stuff. So
she is. That's good. That's good stuff.
Mitchell was like, I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need you to come out a little stronger. I'm gonna need you to
Don't be giving me them little 2 sentences. I need more, ma'am.
Oh my God, I'm over here crying. So I'm getting ready to introduce our next author. I know she has something going on, so I want to go ahead and get her next while we still have her here with us. Angelica, are you here, love? Let me see if she's here with us. Are you here, Angelica?
I'm here.
All right. So let me give this little soft introduction. I'm not gonna be extra like because I can't see you, so I can't get you to laugh at me and nothing right now. So Angelica, I met Angelica through Clubhouse, and a lot of her life's journey has been like almost a mirror image of mine, to the point of her new shift that she's in. I was like, yep, did that too. And so there were a lot of similarities in our life, and we both so happen to be Scorpios. Her birthday was a couple weeks ago, and my birthday is on Thursday, baby, 11/11, honey. Yes, I'm gonna be 1 year wiser, and I think I'm gonna give me some new stilettos so I can be a couple of inches taller out here in these streets. Come through, boo. Oh, I'm about to be ignorant. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. It's gonna be ugly. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Listen, stop. Going on about it.
It's gonna be ugly.
Because you start talking about your birthday and you don't know how to stop.
I'm not gonna stay on that. I know what I'm doing, daughter Zion. I got this. I got it. See, you see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what these friends of mine do? See, Tamisha's known me for years. Yeah, we've been together a long time. Okay. So anywho, Angelica, I approached her about the opportunity to write with us, and she was like, absolutely. And I said, well, I'm gonna need you to write this chapter. You are a grown man who isn't growing. She was like, oh, I got it. And I was like, reading her chapter, I said, oh my God. I was like, well, oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, okay. So I was just looking at it and reading, and I was like, ooh, she came in hot. You hear me? She came in hot. So I want to yield the mic over to Angelica Williams tonight. Angelica, share with us who you are, how this publication has added value to you, and your thoughts on your chapter. You are a grown man who isn't growing. Just pique the curiosity just a little bit.
Thank you, Koffe, for the introduction, the soft one. Okay, I would love to see what the other one is like.
My God.
Well, I am Angelica. I'm originally from Florida. Now I'm in Georgia, so I'm a Florida orange and Georgia peach. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I work more so in the marketing sector, doing a lot of things, serial entrepreneur, mom, evangelist, all those things. But I'm pretty laid back on who I am and very humble. When Koffe did approach me, now the title kind of was like, oh, yeah, I'm a preacher, so how is this going to go over with that? But the title itself of my chapter is something that I've experienced in my life a lot. And so the publication, I can say, added value to me in a way that it has stretched me. What people don't know is that I guest blogged on a lot of major websites, and I did a lot of writing for a lot of people, but I never called myself a writer, because if anybody knows me really well, I hate writing, but I love to read. And so it was amazing that when I get into my writing, I can tell my stories very fluently, but I still never call myself a writer. I barely call myself an author, but I am that. The track record is proven. And so this particular writing has stretched me and definitely allowed me to tell my story and not be so confined to standards and traditions. But the story itself, just some situations I've dealt with where I've been in relationships with guys and they just refuse to evolve. And I just had to give myself the permission to say it's okay to leave. It's okay to walk away. And I think it's important as individuals to understand when it's time to walk away. If they refuse to grow and if they refuse to go in the direction where you are growing together and it seems like you're growing apart, give yourself permission to walk away. For years, I didn't know how to walk away. I would stay in a cycle of, being with a man that was just at this standstill. And here he is stagnant. And I'm thinking I'm supposed to be stagnant with him because I love him. And then I figured out that, love wasn't enough. And love didn't keep me. And so I had to come into a place that if I'm evolving, the person who I'm with has to evolve as well. And so I give myself permission. I give all y'all permission that if it's not growing in the same direction, you can give yourself permission to leave. You can give yourself permission to screw him and choose the other one. That's my share. I'll land my plane there.
Why my friend just sent me a message, Angelica, talking about just give me the book so I can curl up with some cocoa. Oh my God. Obviously, she's a Scorpio too, Angelica. That's why she's starting trouble. You just listen, I ain't finna mess with her right now. She's just acting up. I ain't gonna call her name out because then everybody gonna try to follow her and then she ain't gonna want to be followed. And I'm gonna just not say nothing about it. Antoinette. Oh my God, that's my girl. So anyway, Angelica, thank you so much. And you know what's funny? It's funny that you say that because I called my dad and I told my dad, I said, Dad, I'm getting ready to publish another book. He said, well, daughter, what's the name of this one? I said, She Chose Him and Screwed Me, 9 Reasons for Her Decision. And you know, my dad's a bishop. My dad said, daughter, he said, daughter, he said, where you got that title from? I said, in my sleep. He said, daughter, what's going on with you and these? He said, you got a lot of titles in your sleep that you didn't talk to your daddy about, but this one right here, I don't know. He said, how's this going to come across? I said, I don't know. I said, but I promise you it's going to sell. My daddy was like, yeah, because if I was sighted, I would buy it. And I was just rolling because y'all know my father, he's totally blind. So he was like, yeah, I would buy that book because he said, well, daughter, he's talking about, you're going to have to call me back and tell me what y'all talking about in that book, daughter. I said, listen, Dad, we got some preachers in the book. So it's not what you think it is. So I'm going to call him and read him, some excerpts from the book so he can be assured that it's not a hot mess. So Bishop, I'm going to call the bishop to Mitchell and read it to the bishop so he won't think that I went out here in these streets and did something totally crazy and having Bible study out here in these streets and preaching. He's going to be like, that's a confusion, daughter. But it was really an amazing opportunity to share some great content from the woman's perspective in response to how the men think. I had several people to message me before we actually got to the clapback, and they were like, well, are you going to have the women to speak? I was like, yeah, this is not going to be a one-sided venture. I said, but nonetheless, we have to be strategic in who actually is going to write in this publication because we need women who actually have had some journeys in their life that understand relationships. We can't just have anybody writing. We have to have people who understand and have had relationships, good, bad, or indifferent. But we wanted to make sure we had some solid, incredible women on the project, which leads me to our next amazing author. Thank you so much, Angelica, for being here. I know you got something else going on, so we appreciate you, lady, being here with us. Thank you so much for popping in and being here. I know you got a lot going on, but we thank you for being here, and I appreciate you so much, lady, for being a part of this project. You are a rock star. So we're going to move on to this next amazing young lady, who is the first daughter on our project. Her mom is Gracia Collins Rich. And this is my girl, Brianna. Brianna and I actually met when we were in Jacksonville when we had our official relaunch of the company. Actually, last year in November, we relaunched, we rebranded the whole company and all that good stuff. So we had a huge event in Jacksonville. And I used to always hear Gracia talk about her daughter all the time. And I was like, I need to meet this young lady. So I met her. We hit it off right away. Loved her personality. And so when I found out she was available, she's an educator and she's doing some amazing things in her community. So first of all, salute to you being an educator and educating our future. So thank you so much for being an educator. We really, really appreciate that. And we thank you so much for your service. And so I want to really honor you for that. So thank you so much for that. So I just want to take a second to stop and thank you, because I know right now it is a trying time in that space. Very, very trying time in that space. And so we salute and we thank you for doing that and being an educator. So we're going to go over to your chapter ministries, honey. Let me get to your chapter real quick, honey. Hot out here in these streets. She said at the end of her chapter, honey, that's why I chose him and screwed you. That's what she said, y'all. That's what she said. I said, well, my God, did she just say this like directly to the Son of God? My God. Did she say it
Yes, I
directly?
did. Are you crying, Mama?
Is she crying? Gracia,
I keep seeing her lift up these glasses.
Child, I was like, I know she ain't getting all worked up about her baby being in the author ministry. So Brianna is the actual first. Her and her mom.
Girl, I am not crying.
Too funny. Her and her mom are the first mother-daughter team on the project. So kudos to our first mother-daughter team on the project. But Brianna's chapter is interesting. She and I haven't known each other long, but I do love her personality and what she brings to the table. And this was dope. Listen, y'all, I create all this content myself. I don't have somebody that's ghostwriting and all. Somebody messaged me, they said, you sure you don't have a ghostwriter? I said, what you trying to say? You trying to say I'm out here fraudulent out here in these streets? No, I know how to write. So all of the content I actually create myself, and then I send it over to a team that we have strategically aligned for marketing. Then we send it over to another team that actually goes out into the community, and we do beta testing for all the projects that we release to see how the market actually responds to it. So we always get these great reviews and stuff like that. So we know that we can forge forward with projects. We don't just create stuff that is not what the market is actually asking for. So make sure when you guys are creating whatever you do, the content that you create is relevant to what the market is asking for now. So anyway, her chapter is you keep making promises, but you only produce poison. Ooh, we coming in hot. Do you hear me? Her chapter. Listen here. When I read her chapter, I was like, my God. I said, okay. My God. So I said, okay. That's all I could say when I got to the end of that chapter. Okay. So Mitchell, I was like, that part. So Brianna, tell us a little bit about yourself, how this publication has added value to you and your thoughts about this project. So welcome in. Again, congratulations on your future nuptials, honey. About to get married out here in these streets and whatnot. And you know what? She did this while planning a wedding, doing her educator ministries and all the other stuff she got going on right now. But she showed put this chapter out. Huh? Come through, boo. So tell us about yourself and about your chapter.
Okay. Well, as she said, I'm Brianna. I'm Gracia's daughter. She's like right above me. And I do teach. I'm an educator and an advocate for students. I am also a big literarian, working on getting that added to my list of things. My chapter was really, it started out talking about how promises can become poisonous if you just keep letting them go on and on and on, if they aren't particularly if they aren't being fulfilled in the way that you expect them to be fulfilled. And my chapter is really all about, me figuring out a lot about myself through those poison promises and putting up with them and learning about how when you're with the wrong person, those promises produce nothing but poison. It'll drag you down. It'll make you feel terrible about yourself. But as soon as you give yourself permission to leave that and move away from that and find the right partner, you get partnership. And I can say the way that this book has added value to me was, as you said, I am going to be getting married soon, and I am thrilled about it, because it really felt like the right way to bookend that part of my life and share my story and give other people insight into what I think a lot of people go through but just don't share. And it felt like a great way to close that out, particularly since I will, like you said, be getting married soon. And I can 100% say that the end of my chapter is the reason I chose my current fiance is because his promises produce partnership and not poison. And if you take your time to read my chapter, I think you'll learn a lot about yourself, just like you learn a lot about me.
It's the close for me, Mitchell. It's the close for me, honey.
It's that last line.
It's the last line for me.
It's the last line.
It's the last. The baby did the baby girl do a 2-snap and then walk off the stage?
She did. You might as well leave now. Ain't no reason for you to stay. Just go.
Do she need to be here? I mean,
you know,
I am a little sleepy, but I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna hang. But I am a little sleepy.
I'm gonna need you to stay in the. I'm gonna need you to stay in the sanctuary, daughter. We almost done. Okay, I told y'all we ain't gonna.
You gonna tarry with us? You gonna tarry?
I'm a tarry.
You know, whenever we're live, I don't stay on as long as I do when we're in the clubhouse streets and we're not live. Because I promise you, I'll be in the shower, in the bed, doing
having
homework.
A grand old time.
Listen, honey, and listen and hosting the ministry the whole time. Just doing 1,500 different things. But when we're live,
oh, I know.
Okay, but when we're live, I don't do all that stuff on when we have a live show because I want to give people the grace to be able to, to really be able to enjoy their family and not be on a live stream with me for 2 or 3 hours. Because I don't want to be on a live stream for 2 or 3 hours. I mean, let me just be real with y'all. I ain't trying to be up here in no 2-3 hours. That ain't why we here. We here to hit it and quit it. Okay, I'm just saying. So, so my other friend, I met Shaquita. She was a business partner. And so we used to do lives together for something else. And she and I would always talk about her journey. And she was very poetic. And I told her, I said, girl, I've been writing since I was like 6 years old. And I was like, yeah, girl, I said, man, I got, before my house burned down, I had all these awards from writing and all this kind of stuff. And just all kind of stuff from writing over the years. And I was just sharing with her. I said, yeah, it was time for me to do something bigger than just my own writings. And I was talking to her about it. And we so happened the day before she and I were talking, I was at the gas station and this guy was talking to me. I said, hold on, Shaquita, this guy, he kind of, let me holler at him real quick. You hold on a minute, daughter. You stay on the line. So this guy was talking to me and I was talking to him about, I forgot what I was talking to him about in particular, but it was something business oriented. And I was like, hey, here's my QR card, scan this, holler at me, hit me up, whatever. So I forgot what he was talking about, but nonetheless, Shaquita was on the phone still. And I was telling her, I said, well, I'm doing this project right now, but I'll have future projects to where you'll be able to be a part of it. And she was like, okay, cool. Well, as soon as you have another project coming up, then let me know. And I was like, okay, cool. So the next morning, y'all, this is no joke. Gracia can attest to this. One of my authors called me and said, Koffe, there is absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to get this content over to you. I literally cannot do it. When I looked at my schedule, I'm not going to be able to complete it by the deadline. I said, girl, no worries. I said, I'm going to put you in the arsenal for another project in the future if you want to be considered for a project in the future. She was like, yeah, please consider me for a project in the future. Da 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 da. So anyway, I hit Gracia. I said, you're not going to believe what just happened. I said, I think Shaquita jinxed me. And she was like, well, why you say that? I said, because I was just talking to her last night. And then my author hit me up today talking about they weren't going to be able to finish the project. I said, I think Shaquita jinxed me. So anyway, I called Shaquita the very next day. I said, ma'am. She was like, what is it, my sunshine? Because she calls me her sunshine. And I said, I don't know how you pulled this off, but I got a chapter for you. You ready? So she was like, yeah, I'm ready. Send me over everything. And I was like, okay. So I sent her over everything. And she literally was like, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go. I was like, what is going on with Aunt Monica? They like, are y'all trying to get, y'all daughters is out here. Y'all calm down. They was fired up and ready to roll, seriously. So I was like, okay, so they are very serious. Let me go ahead and get them everything they need. So Shaquita was on the phone with me, like harassing me. Can you please send this over now? I'm looking at my email. I don't see it. And I was like, ma'am, I'm older than you. I'm gonna need you to slow down. I'm the oldest. I'm gonna need you to put a little respect on it, daughter. I'm gonna need you to put just a tad bit of respect on it. I'm gonna get that over to you. She was like, I'll wait for it. I said, did she just call me? Did she just say that to me out loud? She's like, I'll wait for it. So she literally sat on the phone. I said, ma'am, I gotta get it. She's like, you don't need to get off the phone to do that. I said, what? So needless to say, I got her all of her requirements over to her ministry ASAP because she was like, I don't want to miss this opportunity. And I appreciate that. And her chapter is dope. She literally, Gracia did some personal coaching with her because this was actually her first time actually writing on this type of project. And so I told Gracia, I said, I need you. Gracia is a writing coach with our company as well as Victoria Jones Dubois. And so I was like, Gracia, I need you to work with Shaquita because I know I'm going to critique way too hard. So I'm going to shift her over to your ministries. Everybody else can holler at me, but I can't do Shaquita because I'm going to be critiquing too hard. And Shaquita was like, I just love Gracia. She's so patient with me. I said, yeah, she the one because I ain't got that kind of gift. I don't have that ain't my anointment. So I appreciate Shaquita being a part of the project. She did a dope chapter. Hers is called You Ignored What Another Man Adored. Woo, baby, she came in hot. Listen here, she came in hot. So I'm going to mute myself out on Clubhouse and on the live stream and have Shaquita to introduce herself, let you guys know a little bit about who she is and how this book has added value to her and about a little taste about her. Just pique the curiosity of the people, Shaquita. You know how to pique curiosity. So you can unmute yourself on Clubhouse.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Koffe. Thank you to Gracia and all of the queens that are in this book. It has been a wonderful journey. I am honored to be a part of it. My first writing, so my nerves were like, oh gosh. And Koffe forgot to mention that we only had a specific amount of pages to write. And I was at like 25, 30 first couple of days. And Gracia said, no. Just shorten it down a little bit so we
Oh, you showing out. Like you showing all the way out. Okay.
I couldn't, she said, Koffe said, here go your chapter. This your topic. Right. She didn't tell me to stop. She just said, right. So I just kept going. And then I called like, Koffe, how many pages?
That is not what happened out here in these streets. That is not what happened, man.
Set us straight, Koffe.
That ain't what happened out here in these streets.
That is my story. I'm sticking to it.
Oh my God.
That's the story I'm sticking to. She just said, right, baby, right.
That ain't what happened. That ain't what happened. She
told me to write. She told me to write.
I said 8 pages, ma'am.
I did. Back and front and
I can't.
You didn't say just one side. I did back in front. She said keep going.
I'm done.
So
I'm done. Flatline.
I am a independent jewelry consultant. I'm also a networking coach. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I am an author now. Yay! So I am working on getting some more projects out. Definitely, this is not going to be my last publication at all. I plan on having a massive catalog of writing. And my chapter is, let's say, an exaggerated truth. So I took truths. These situations really happened. So I combined them and, switched up the names and put a little bit of fantasy into it. But it basically is a display of, just the title. You weren't adoring what you should have been, and he saw that. So that guy won. And I'm going to leave it right there. But I'm going to say that 80% of it is true. So it's a story, but I promise it will be something that you are definitely going to be like, is that the last page? Because we need more. So I did leave some, the ending a little bit open. So that way, there's more.
I just want y'all to know that this one right here is a whole hot mess. Let me say this about this daughter of Zion. Let me tell you about this daughter of Zion. First of all, to Mitchell can tell you, to Mitchell and Gracia can tell you, if don't nobody else know me, when P. Koffe Brown gives out instructions, I am an educator. I promise you, my instructions are crystal clear. Okay? Now, for the young lady that just spoke in her own words, honey, let me tell you something. This thing is a writer, period. So she was going to come in hot, okay? Even Angelica's anointing, she came in hot. Angelica had to go back and say, let me condense this down, daughter. Oh my God. So listen here, young lady. Now, y'all, she the fantasy part, she just added a little bit on tonight too. Okay, God bless the daughter of Zion, because she coming in hot, y'all. She coming in hot. But no, seriously, Shaquita is really for real a writer. She probably didn't even realize how much she actually is a writer. I mean, every woman that actually wrote in this publication, they literally are writers, and I don't think they really knew they were writers. We sort of kind of pulled out what was already there and manifested it in the publication. And you guys will be seeing some more stuff coming up as a result of these publications. We will be doing some things, and we will be sharing those at a later date of the things that we're going to be doing as a result of this. But you guys, y'all just stay plugged in, because we're gonna do some things like what we do. I'm not gonna tell y'all everything that we do, but we're going to show you what we do. I'm from the show me state. Show me what you're working with. Our other two amazing authors that were not able to be with us tonight are Loretta Diane. She actually is at a closing, and so she wasn't able to be with us tonight. Her chapter is You're a Playboy, Not a Partner. Ooh, honey, she was coming in hot on her chapter too. And then my great friend Chanel, her chapter is You Confuse Confrontation with Honest Communication. Ooh, the daughters of Zion, honey. The daughters of Zion, they came in hot. Yeah, they came in hot for real. So this has been an amazing, amazing journey with these ladies. They are beyond dope. I'm excited to have had them on the project with me. And so I want to know of any final thoughts you guys have. I appreciate you guys affording me the opportunity to coach you. And I had a great time coaching each and every one of you. I would do it again, honey. Now, I can't say that for all the fellas, honey, but the ladies, I would coach y'all again. Some of these guys, I done told them, don't call me, call Gracia. Call Victoria, let her coach you, because I ain't going to do it. But the ladies, y'all know I'm acting up, but the ladies know, on a serious note, the ladies have done an incredible job. And so kudos to each and every one of you. I look forward to us on tomorrow crossing the finish line to international bestsellers, hot new releases. You know how we do it, boo. So tomorrow is D-Day, guys. Be on the lookout. I should have been a freaking promoter because I love doing this stuff. So you guys will be seeing a lot of traction out here in these streets on tomorrow. Be on the lookout. We got a treat for you guys tomorrow on the official release date. 2 days before your girl celebrates the next chapter. My next Circle Around the Sun is on Thursday. So y'all holla at your girl all week long. I'm going to be 1 year stronger, tougher, wiser, and finer. I'm just saying, the aesthetics, honey. I've been able to get back in this gym and what? Make some things happen out here in these streets. Listen here, Linda. Woo. My God. So anywho, I just wanted the ladies to give their final thoughts for tonight. We have been on for about 70 minutes or so, and we wanted to not exceed 90 minutes for a segment tonight. So I wanted the ladies to give their final thoughts, and we're going to exit for tonight. We're going to start with Monica, and you can just stay on mute in Clubhouse, but it is open on my mic so they can still hear you. So Monica, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you, Koffe, for allowing me to have this opportunity. I definitely enjoyed writing and sharing my experience in this topic. Working with the ladies has been wonderful. Really enjoyed having our mastermind meetings and getting to know each other and cutting up. So that's definitely one thing, I want to try to keep in touch and keep doing what we're doing. And so I just want to say thank you. I enjoyed it. I appreciate you all.
Awesome stuff, Gracia.
I just want to say that I have been so thrilled to work with each and every one of you here on the platform and our sisters who are missing.
We got a lot of feedback on your end, Gracia. It's a whole lot of feedback, Mama.
I hear that, but I don't know why. There's nothing on in the room.
Okay, try it again.
Maybe my phone is too close because you can hear it. You can hear the Clubhouse on my other phone.
Okay, try it again.
It's been a thrill, y'all. I would look, very forward to working with each and every one of y'all again. I'm excited for our release day tomorrow.
Awesome. That's what's up. Thank you, Gracia Collins. Rich, Marquita McDaniel. Give us your final thoughts, love.
Final thoughts are thank you, Koffe, for the opportunity. Thank you, Gracia, for all the correspondence and the communication throughout this entire process. I look forward to working with you all again. Nice meeting you all. And I'm just excited about tomorrow.
That's what's up. To Mitchell Pratchett.
First of all, I have a confession. Marcia, am I pronouncing that right? Which one?
Marquita?
No. I like my Latino sister. I'm sorry.
Oh, Monica.
Macias.
I'm sorry. The name. I straight up stole your post for the pre-order. Like it was worded so perfectly and I just changed my name. So I was just letting you know I stole that. I'm sorry. So there's that. I just had to get that off my chest.
It's the confession for me.
I just had to get off my chest because I'm like, I really love what she did. And I was like, I'm just going to pop my name in there. And that's boom. That's it. And my payment information, because then all my sales would have went to you. So I had to make sure I changed that. Anyway.
It's okay. I noticed.
Okay. And it's out here. And I admired exactly what you did. So I didn't want you to think like, oh, she stole my stuff. Nope. I did it. So, but my last thoughts are, it has been an amazing ride. Koffe, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'll say it over and over again. You've been an amazing person to work with, a boss, a leader, and I appreciate it. And I think learning about these ladies and everything they had to write for has really given me a lot of insight to my own personal relationships and also my habits of the men that I've chosen in the past. So it's really weird. But really good. I'm excited, and I'm happy just to be here.
I know that's right. Shaquita Beverly, darling. What you waiting on? The invitation? Come on,
Yeah.
what you waiting on?
Oh, I'm just super excited. Okay, like I don't even really have too many words or anything. I'm excited. I can't wait until tomorrow. I think I'm gonna cry when I physically have the book in my hand. I'm not even gonna say I think I am. I know I am. So I just want to say to anybody that is listening, all jokes aside, when people tell you that dreams do come true, me having my words published, printed for the world to read has been a dream of mine since I started writing when I was like 13 years old. So this is absolutely, I mean, absolutely wholeheartedly a dream come true. And I don't know. I couldn't have a dream come true with such more beautiful women, and being coached by Koffe and Gracia is just, I mean, it's a dream come true, y'all. So if you did not go get that book, hit any one of these links, or actually hit every link and buy a book from every last one of us. But get that book. I can't wait until it comes out. I love y'all. Even though we haven't met in person, I love y'all. Thank y'all for, welcoming me as an author and bringing me into this. So thank you. That's what I have to say about it. Let's get this book popping, y'all. International bestsellers.
Period, honey. Period. Brianna, darling, any final words or thoughts, my love?
Yes, like everybody else, I just want to say thank you. This was such a great opportunity. I was thrilled to work with you. I was thrilled to work with my mom. I was thrilled to work with all the other ladies that are on this book. You ladies definitely passed the vibe checks. The energy is fantastic. Especially with going through grad school, trying to teach children and plan a wedding. Our little meetings, they were really energetic. It was always nice to meet with y'all. Um, Thank you again. I can't wait to hit that bestseller list. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing at work tomorrow.
We coming in hot, you understand? So my regular show in Clubhouse is tomorrow night at 8 Central Standard Time, 9 Eastern. I'm going to push it back a little bit because I have training tomorrow for something new that's coming up that I'm going to be doing. My life has literally gone come around full circle from the time I was 19. I was like, just like, this is bananas. So I have training tomorrow. So I'm gonna be in Clubhouse a little bit later than I normally am, but we're gonna come in hot tomorrow night because by the time tomorrow night come, baby, we're gonna be international bestsellers, period. That's how we get it done on tomorrow. So tomorrow, guys, be on the lookout for posts on all social media platforms. We're gonna have a real treat for you tomorrow, and we're going to need your report. I'm talking about your report, your support in hitting the international bestsellers list tomorrow. So if you get a text tomorrow, don't deny the link, baby. Click the link and come through with us so we can do it one more time. All right, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. It ain't been real fun because the homies ain't got none. But we have had an amazing time talking about this brand new book, honey. Listen, I have to be with the witness protection program because some of y'all don't think it's real out here in these streets. But this your girl on the back, and this is the front of the book. The book is real. It is in print. And the ladies will be getting those publications out to you within 4 to 6 weeks. It takes a little bit of time for them to get out to all the authors across the nation for them to be able to autograph those babies for you and get them out to you. So if you want to get an autographed copy from your girl, holla at me. The link is at the top of your screen in Clubhouse and also on the screen here on the live stream. The stream will be rolling around. I think it's going to be around, 2 or 3 times for you guys to be able to see it again. And you'll be able to grab the information to be able to purchase the publication. All right. Until next time, grace, peace, and blessings to each and every one of you and your amazing families. We thank you guys for tuning in. And we're going to be doing what we always do, coming in hot. Be on the lookout. We have more publications that will be coming out in the near future. I have a few solo authors that we just signed on to the publishing house that we're going to be releasing here soon. So you guys will be seeing those amazing, amazing ladies coming out with their brand new solo projects just in time for 2022. And we have a few more anthology projects that will be released in 2022. And also my actual official documentary will be coming out in 2022 as well. So we got a lot going on for 2022. So we're going to just keep coming in totally hot, baby, and making it count. Listen, if you got a dream, baby, it's not a dream till you get it in your vision. And when you get it in your vision, then you got to get the provision. And when you get the provision, then you got to do the execution, because execution equals manifestation, and manifestation equals legacy production. I've been practicing that for 2 days. So we coming in hot, period, point blank, in a discussion, and we leaving out hot. I appreciate these amazing women. Good night, everybody. We will see you on the other side of the international bestsellers list. We gonna come in hot tomorrow. I promise you, we gonna make history once again. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. And if you or anybody you know wants to produce some dope content, have them to holler at your girl. We got space for you at the top with DFG Publishing House, LLC. Until the next time, grace, peace, and blessings. Be certain that you're following us on all social media platforms and staying plugged in. We're going to end one more time with this dope commercial, and we're going to wave y'all out for tonight. Peace.
Coach P. Koffe Brown and the DFG Publishing House family presents She Chose Him and Screwed Me, 9 Reasons for Her Decision, a brand new anthology project by 9 incredible women. They share with you their reasons as to why they would date one and choose to be married to another. Order your copy today from your favorite author, or simply go to www.
All right. Good night, everybody. And we will see y'all later. God bless. Y'all be easy. Take care. And again, thank y'all for being here with us. We'll see y'all again on the other side as bestsellers. Peace.